Hi, my name is Glenn Moore. I'm a local real estate expert here in Volusia County. If you're looking to move to Edgewater or New Smyrna Beach, I want to talk to you about flooding and flood insurance and really give you an idea of what that is. Not being from here, moving into the area, it can be very daunting not knowing about the flooding, and you might have heard or seen some things on TV and just kind of really weary of where to move, what to do. Um, Needing somebody to really guide you, give you a hand, you know, spread some light on it. So here we go. Flooding. Flood zone X. It sounds bad. It sounds like it's X. It sounds like it's the worst ever, but really, it's not. It's flood zone X is actually one of the best flood zones you can have, which requires no additional insurance from your insurance company for your mortgage. Your mortgage company gets very specific on protecting their asset, protecting their investment in you in the property. And flood zone X don't require any additional insurance on that. So that's good to know when you're looking in Edgewater or New Smyrna Beach, any coastal area. Flood zone X is good. Where you have flood zone A and also A and E, which isn't quite as good. It's actually more of a risk. I'm not saying your house is going to flood because you're in them areas. What I'm saying is it's more of a risk, for the investor, for the mortgage company. So they'll make you take a policy out. And what the policy will be is the policy is just to cover water and flooding in your home. Any damage you might do, it's just that held in place to do that. Flood insurance really isn't too awful expensive, but it is an extra expense that, if you shop right and buy right, you don't even have to worry about having. So again, um, flood zones are tricky too to figure out. It's not so easy just to look in the map or figure it out, because you could look at a general picture overhead, even go online and Google and pull something up and show an area. It might show flood zone X, but there could be two identical houses, 5 houses away from each other on the same street, and one could be flood zone X, the other one could be more of a risk that would require flood insurance. So it's not even on the same street, you could have a different flood zoning. So it's all about elevation, and the ground's not exactly perfect. In some places, a little more high than others, and some places are a little lower. So that's kind of what your elevation is where the water lays when it rains. So, or a storm, or whatever the case is. So you want to make sure you have the best flood zone. X is actually the best to have, where there's no other expenses, to incur with your monthly expense. Moving here is very expensive to come here and move where you came from to buy a house here, which, living is wonderful living in Florida, and you just gotta know where to be. You don't want to have the extra expense. You can spend that money maybe going to dinner more, or spending money with your significant other, going to a movie, instead of spending this money on flood insurance. So that's what I'm here to help you and talk to you about today, is the different flooding areas and different zones. And I'll tell you something right now, the new builders are building to a very strict code. They're building a lot higher than the elevations that were in the past. So a lot of the new homes are built higher. The foundations are higher. They fill dirt. They bring in more dirt to put the foundation on, which is actually a higher code and higher than what was done in the past. So a lot of times when you're coming to town, you're looking to buy a home. Sometimes some of these builders have really good deals on their new homes, and they offer a lot of incentives. So it's important to get with a local expert to let you know what those incentives are. If you walk cold turkey into one of these builders, they might just give you whatever they give you. But if you want somebody that's here on the ground and knows what they can afford to give, knows what they give in other people, just to take advantage of every dime, every penny that they have to offer, you know, let's face it, they work for the builders. They're trying to build the builder's pocketbook. They're trying to build the builder's wallet, and make them the most money. My job is to help my buyers, my clients, negotiate the best deal for them. So everything from flood zones to perks, things being offered, that's what you need, somebody on your side, a local expert on your side to help you win. You can reach me at 386-689-6301. That's my direct cell phone, or my email, more, MOOREGMAG7 @gmail. I'm known as Mr. Oceanfront here in Volusia County. I'm just a phone call or email away, and let me help you get the best deal here in Florida. Thank you.